From Phoebus High School, WHCS Cable Channel 46 presents Peninsula District Boys Baseball. The Hampton Crabbers visiting the Phoebus Phantoms. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Vin Scully to my right. No, that's Bob Hintz, by golly. We're here at Phoebus High School on a beautiful spring afternoon. It is the 23rd of April, 1999. Temperature at game time in the low to mid 80s. Pretty good breeze, Bob, and it seems to be blowing from right to left. So that may be to the benefit of the batters this afternoon.
Yeah, it may be, especially if they pull one down the left field line.
Each team coming into this game with identical 3-8 records, and our contest this afternoon supported by Zooms with 5 convenient Hampton locations and Gear Up Printing. First pitch is away for a ball. Phoebus, of course, the home team. Josh Wheeler on the mound.
No, that's Kevin Diggs. You got the wrong lineup.
What did I do? Reverse my lineup?
You must have. This is Phoebus pitching.
I knew that.
That's okay.
Good start, huh?
The wind is going right on through those ears, right?
Uh-huh. All I got to do is change the name because we got identical records. All right, let's try it again here. Kevin Diggs is on the mound. I apologize to Mr. Diggs. I know he does not want to be identified as a Hampton pitcher. 3-0 is the count.
We got Joe Riley behind the plate.
Joe Riley is the other part of the battery. That one's low and in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. And Jeremy Kearns draws the walk on 4 straight pitches. So Mr. Diggs off to a little rocky start here with difficulty finding home plate. And that'll bring up Gabe Hillegas. He is the catcher for Hampton. And there are the lineups for this afternoon. The Hampton Crabbers, as we mentioned, the visitors for this afternoon. And there are the Phoebus Phantoms.
And we appreciate Andy Foley in the truck doing the graphics today.
And Don Scharouse is here.
Yes, he is. And you got to say that name right or we'll never get headsets again.
And finally, Mr. Diggs is able to get a call straight behind the plate.
Excuse me, go ahead.
I started to say behind the plate this afternoon is Terry Rosser, and the field umpire is Dick Van Sickle.
That was the first time that Diggs got the ball up. Most of the first batter he faced, he kept it real low. We got 3 cameras set up today. We got Braxton in one line, and
there's the
ESPN
behind the home plate.
ESPN Baton on down the right field line, and behind us and on the truck is Sarah Bowers. We got a full contingent here today.
Joe Riley, the catcher for the Phantoms, has had to dig several out of the dirt. With the runner on first now, of course, he has to be very cautious. Diggs delivers outside. The runner is going, and he is in safely, having stolen second base. So Kearns steals second. And with nobody out, the Crabbers have a runner in scoring position.
And I tell you, you want to. It's always good to jump out early. Get a man in scoring position, nobody out.
Diggs checks the runner and delivers. This one is hit sharply for a base hit.
Now that'll score the runner. That's where that steal worked.
Throw is cut off and trying to take second and out.
Got him. Nice cutoff. Good play that time. And the catcher calls that cutoff, Tim. They wasn't going to get the runner going to coming in home. So you got to salvage what you can. That was a great job that time. Good throw from the left fielder.
So Hillegas will get the RBI, and he will be scored with a single and out trying to make it into a double. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Josh Wheeler.
That was Cole Hostclaw out there in left field who made that nice throw in. It was cutoff man got it and threw the batter out.
Just outside, 2-0 to count. Wheeler the batter. On deck is the DH this afternoon, Justin Mandel. He'll be batting for Alan Johnson. This one is hammered left field.
That is gone.
And that is out of here.
That is gone.
That was that. He didn't need the wind assist on that one, but he got the ball up.
He got everything.
And he nailed it. Got all of that one, I believe is the way they say it. So Josh Wheeler helps his own cause as he homers his first time up.
Oh, man, what a...
Alan Johnson is the batter. Check that Justin Mandel, rather.
Yeah, that was up in the strike zone.
Oh, that was where I like him around.
Yeah, you and I will swing at a high one anyway, but that was up there, and he got all the bat on that. Yeah. There's no doubt about that.
I don't know what the distance here at the field is. I see
that went over the high fence.
The line. Yeah, I couldn't tell whether it went over both fences, but it may still be going.
It's 325 down the line.
Diggs delivers, and this one is hit hard to left field,
be a little shorter.
This one is catchable, and the second out is registered as Mandel flies out for out number 2. And that'll bring up the batter, Brandon Brown. Second baseman. Excuse me, third baseman.
Ooh, that broke in there nice.
2 down, 2 in for the Crabbers here in the top of the first. Diggs delivers the ball.
That's going to flop in there.
And that'll be a Texas leaguer.
That had the spin on it, Tim, that just makes it drop, and there's just no way the short or the second baseman can get to that ball.
So Justin Vise will be the batter with 2 outs and a runner on first. There you saw the replay, and you can see just a Texas leaguer, as they call those, not in the infield and not really in the outfield, just deep enough to get the base hit. Diggs delivers with a nice inside-out curveball.
Yeah, that was nice.
No balls and 1 strike. Runner on first with 2 away. And they've got the runner trying to steal second. And maybe he's too slow getting to first base.
Yeah, he waited too long to throw that ball.
It wasn't a matter of waiting too long. He couldn't get it out of his glove. I saw him trying to get it out. It was like one of those most frustrating things. You know you got him if you can get the ball out of your glove.
If I could just get it out.
Yeah.
Well, that'll go as a stolen base then.
Yep. So Brandon Brown takes second.
Well, we can see what Danny Mitchell is doing. He's getting his base runners on, and then he is sending them.
Being aggressive. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 away as Vise is the batter. Alfonso Gunter is on deck. Phantoms set up outside, and the ball is in the dirt.
Man,
impossible to stop.
I jumped.
I'm telling you, that one was uncatchable. That would be a wild pitch, I'm pretty sure.
We got 3 stolen bases already.
Well, that's actually a wild pitch. That doesn't count as a stolen base.
But he was stealing, though.
Yeah,
but we're not going to give it to him. I'd give it to him. I'd give it to him.
You know. Oh, this was hit sharply just over the outstretched hand of the second baseman for another run scoring. So good base running helps the Crabbers as they get their 3rd run of the inning. A single by Brown, and he took second on the rundown, and then scores on the single from Justin Vise, and this brings up Gunter.
Gunter remember that young man from football, don't we?
Oh, yeah. And the runner's going.
He took the full wind up.
Never had a chance, never even tried. we mention the coaches this afternoon.
Yeah, we got Danny Mitchell coaching Hampton and Mike Tyndall coaching Phoebus. Two young men. You know, I kind of kidded them a little bit earlier and asked them how many times they've been thrown out of the game. And Danny says, well, listen, I've got more time in than Mike, and Mike has got as many thrown outs as I got. So percentage-wise, he's leading me. Well, that's one way to look at it. This is Mike's third year at Phoebus.
And that visit to the mound was to get everybody back in the thinking processes here, because that, first of all, full windup, got a man on first. You just don't want to give him second base. They've already hurt you with their base running. And the Crabbers with 3 runs in here in the top of the first. Gunter now with a man in second. Chance to add to that total. This one is just off the corner. 2-0. Gunter at the plate. Vasquez is on deck. This one is out of play right behind us. Speaking of us, we is right behind the screen here, right behind the umpire.
Well, I want to say thank you to Mike Tyndall. He got the table out here for us.
I've seen this table before. This is the one that they used during basketball season, I think.
May have been.
This odd shaped table. It's a high one inside. 3-1 to Gunter. Bias is on second. 2 out. With a tough inning for Mr. Diggs. This one's in the dirt, and Gunter will take first base on the base on balls.
Well, now you got to force at every base.
So Fernando Vasquez, the first baseman, is the batter. Swing and a miss. Beautiful warm afternoon.
Isn't this nice? Both our telecasts so far this year have been just perfect weather.
Reaches for a pitch outside. Throw down to third is not in time, and both runners will advance as Gunter.
Oh, they threw the ball away, Tim.
Threw the ball away. That'll score another run and might even score Gunter. He's going to test it. He's going to try. And cannot make the play. So both runners score. Not a good decision, I don't think, to throw over to second base.
No,
in retrospect.
the throw on down the third would have, I think it would have got the runner had it been inside. It was outside. The third baseman had to reach outside to get it. And then he saw it was a delay steal coming from Gunter on first, and then just threw the ball into center field.
And the catcher couldn't make the play.
Got a lot of youngsters on this team.
Fair ball, hit the base, bounced over the first baseman's head into right field. The right fielder overruns it, but Vasquez will hold up at first with a single. So the Crabbers have come out here with their batting helmets on. And
boy, they have.
All over the place. Got a single out of
got a
Hilligas.
Twisted ankle up there. I think Vasquez looked like he may have turned his ankle a little bit.
5 hits in the inning.
Stretching it a little bit.
5 runs on the board for the Crabbers here, and we're just in the top of the first. This will bring up the number 9 batter, Kellen Johnson, the right fielder. Takes the first pitch, and it's a call strike on the corner. Two down, runner on first. This one hits sharply back to the pitcher.
It hit him hard, Tim.
Into left center. And digging for second base is Johnson. I hope the pitcher's all right. I couldn't see how he was
Kevin.
hit.
Boy, I tell you, if that didn't hit him in the shoulder, and it looked like it may have got him on the right side, right-handed. I don't know. Well, maybe it got him in the head.
I thought he had caught it because I couldn't see the catcher and the umpire were between me and the pitcher. I just saw it hit right back.
Got a replay on that or not?
Right back through the box.
That was a shot coming back at him. And he could not get his glove up there in time to catch that one.
Let's see. Here's a replay. See if we can watch. See how quickly and where it might have hit. Yeah, I mean, he just had no time to react. It looked like it glanced off of his glove.
It went off his glove and just nicked the side of his head. But he's saying in it, I'm sure the adrenaline is pumping now.
That was a shot. These crabbers are hammering the ball here.
They are. And Danny told me, you know, I went over and saw him yesterday, and I said, well, how about giving me your batting order? He says, you know, I'm thinking about that. He says, we haven't been hitting the ball as well as we do. I said, I might shake up my batting order a little bit. And I don't know what it was he's done and how he's changed it, but they've come out hitting that ball today.
Well, they've gone through the cycle here, and Kearns will bat once again for the second time here in the leadoff inning.
Well, he was batting 200 coming in, so he's improved that a little bit. Well, he's still the same then.
Yeah. Just outside. Runners at second and third. Vasquez at third and Johnson at second. 6 hits in the inning. This was outside as well. That was right there.
He was taken all the way on that. Danny gives the signals down there, letting the batter know what he does. And if we can catch it, I don't know if we can or not, but he will signal to the catcher the pitches that he wants the pitcher to pitch. He calls the pitches. So when they get out in field, we'll maybe we can pick that up. I don't know.
3-1. As Diggs in jeopardy here of loading the bases. And he does just that.
A second walk. By
Kearns walks for the second time in the inning. And this will bring
Josh. Now, Josh got everything last time.
No, this is Gabe.
I'm sorry.
Gabe
Hillegas. That's right.
Hillegas hit the ball well and got an RBI in the first inning, and he was out trying to stretch a single into a double.
Well, he's batting .289.
So bases jammed with crabbers. Diggs has got to find a way to get a batter out here. Get out of this inning. First pitch is low for a ball. You know Hillegas is going to make him throw him a strike probably. He hits it, and it bounces off the third baseman's shoulder, and everybody's going to be safe. Took a nasty hop.
It really did, and you know, it took a bad hop there, and then one of the hits hit the first base. It took we're going to have a pinch runner, number 5. Woodrow Scott's going to run for Gabe on first base.
So Johnson's at third. Kearns at second. And Hillegas at first.
No, we don't have Hillegas there anymore.
Well, his replacement is.
Yeah. Woodrow, Scott.
Now you can say Mr. Wheeler got it all the first time up.
Hey, Mr. Wheeler gets it now, he'll have himself a grand slam, won't
salami. You know, that's the last thing that Phoebus needs right now. They need to get out of this inning. In the dirt, good stop.
Kevin's mad at himself. The ball's not going where he wants it. Some days it's like playing golf. You get out there one day, you hit the fool out of it. Next day, it looks like you don't know what you're doing.
3-0. So got to come in and, Wheeler's already knocked one out of the park.
Well, there's no place to put him.
No
so
place
if you
at all.
walk him, it's another run.
Yep. And he gets a call.
Just on the corner.
Just barely got the corner. And that one is in the dirt. That'll score a run on the walk. So Kearns advances to third. Hillegas with the Prince runner is at second.
Well, we got another pitch runner. Mike Westfall is now.
He's coming in for Wheeler.
For the pitcher. Your battery, you can do that quick.
Yep. And Justin Mandel is the batter with still the bases loaded. This one's right in the groove. 2 outs. Crabbers with 7 runs on the board and the bases still loaded. And catches the corner with the curveball. So quickly ahead on the count, 0-2. And that was the waste pitch.
Yeah, trying to get him to go for it. Catcher really gets outside on that. In fact, he gets maybe a little too far out, and the batter sees that.
Yeah, the batter sees it and probably says, well, shoot, I'll just, but of course, you can always throw a strike in this situation. This one's outside, 2-2. So after getting ahead.
He's trying to get him to reach for that thing, Tim. Trying to get him to go for outside the strike zone.
Jammed him. This one is hit high third base line. Third base cannot catch the ball. It was not even close to him. He never saw it.
No.
Looking up at the sun. Never saw it. The left fielder had a shot, but
it was right next to the fence. It would have been a
looking directly into the sun.
Yeah,
which
it would have been an awesome
field.
catch had he got it. He had a long way to run to it, and Tim, that hit the fence as it was coming down. Mike Tyndall's done a good job out here with this field. I can remember when they first put this baseball field out here. Didn't look this good. Looking good.
All right, so the count runs full now.
Joe Riley doing a good job of staying in front of that ball, and that's very important in baseball. You can't let that pass
He's
ball.
done a great job. He has had some exercise here in the first inning. This one is hit to right field. The right fielder slow to react to it, and now comes in and makes the grab for out number 3. And a moment of some concern there on the Phoebus faithful.
He drifted back just about 2 steps, and then all of a sudden he really had to put on the afterburners to get in. So what do we got?
Well, you talk about something while I try and tally up the damage here.
Right. Well, we will pick a player of the game from both of these teams. Both teams will. What am I saying? Both teams, no, both players will receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from Buckwald Engraving. They're located at Kickotan Road. For all your engraving needs, contact Jim at 723-6067. Dave Buckwalder is the owner. Shirt comes from the Island of Hardware and Sporting Goods. They're located in Pecoston. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment and uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner.
So there.
So we will do that. Then here's our schedule. Except that game, a week from Saturday, we will have Kickotan and Phoebus soccer. That will be played at Cooper Elementary. We will pick that up. And then on the following Monday, there's a good softball game. The Phoebus and Kickotan. That first game, Tim, went 12 innings, no score, 17 strikeouts one side, 18 strikeouts the other side. That's going to be a good one. End up in a tie.
Should be a good one.
Then we go on the 7th. We'll go over at Bethel High School. Kickotan and Bethel baseball. And then on the 12th, on a Wednesday, we will finish up with Bethel and Hampton soccer at Darling Stadium. That's what we hope to do, weather permitting, and everybody cooperates.
Is that it? Talking about me again?
WACS Channel 46 welcomes you to the Math Zone, a live televised interactive call-in program for students to get help with their math. Join Tyler Elementary teacher Cassandra Hamilton and Davis Middle School teacher Sherry Martin on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Give them a call at 850-5426 and join the Math Zone. That's going to go all year long.
Yeah,
now.
I understand it. That's great. That is an excellent program.
It is.
Parents
Kids
should
love
know
it.
about that.
I tell you, they get a lot of call-ins, a lot of participation.
All
And
right.
We don't want to forget our sponsors either, do we?
No, we don't. We got Zooms with 5 convenient Hampton locations and Gear Up Printing. All right, leading off will be Tyrone Bowles, the center fielder for the Phantoms, as they start out at the bottom of the inning down by 7. Wheeler's first pitch is a little bit high for a ball. A little bit low. So Wheeler, like his counterpart, falls behind on the first batter. Came back to haunt the Phantoms as they gave up 7 runs in the top of the first. This one is right in the middle of the zone. First one was a little high, second one a little low. This one was, the porridge was just right.
The porridge was
Oh, yeah,
just
this
right.
is the 3 bears here we got going on here. That one is fouled out of play. And one of the tennis matches is momentarily interrupted. That could really surprise you as you went to hit a backhand and you were to get
You get-
hit on the noggin by a foul ball off of a.
Yeah, that could be a
That
problem.
could ruin your day. This one, same place. Heads up again. Look out over there. So the tennis courts are getting a workout here early. Bowles hanging tough. 2-2 the count. Nobody out. Leadoff batter in the bottom of the first. Curveball foul back. So Bowles making it tough on Wheeler here, fouling off some good pitches. Hit to the shortstop. Just in time. Good speed going down to first base by
Really?
Bowles.
Hey, he really showed some speed going down there.
So ground out from short to first to lead off, and that'll bring up
That was Alan Johnson.
Second
now,
baseman.
Mandel is a DH for Allen, so this first time we got to see him, but he shows a real rifle of an arm.
he needed it that time. Bowles tested him. That one is just on the corner. Rob Quinn, the second baseman, is the batter. On deck is the pitcher, Kevin Diggs. This one is hit. Right fielder drifts over and makes the grab for out number 2. So Quinn got good metal on the ball, but hit it right to the right fielder. And that'll bring up your pitcher, Kevin Diggs. Having had a son who was a pitcher, I can totally empathize with his frustrations he's experiencing after this first inning. Although my stepson had some tough times, but I'm trying to remember the last time he gave up 7 runs. That was usually not the case, but
1,
I
2,
know in
3.
Little League it can happen. 1, 2,
That's
3 as the Phantoms unable to retaliate to the big first inning that the Crabbers had. Go down in order, and we've played 1 complete inning. And it's Hampton 7 and Phoebus nothing. I want to mention Zooms with David Allen. Of course, Bob, you're going to be announcing again that program that where they're honoring the students on the baseball teams with the highest GPAs, the seniors.
That's right, and we do want to thank David Allen for that. We're going to look at the senior on each of the softball, baseball, and soccer teams with the highest GPA, and these players will receive a plaque for outstanding academic excellence. They will receive this at a school board meeting, and I'm not sure which meeting it's going to be. It'll probably be the one at the end of May, I would imagine, the second or third week of May. We will do that, and we do appreciate the coaches and the kids and the parents and all that giving us information so that we can recognize the ones. It's going to be fairly simple on Hampton's team since it's the valedictorian.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about his batting average when you were telling me he had a 449.
4.49, and that's Gabe Hillegas, the catcher. So that is the young man for Hampton, and I have not got the one for Phoebus yet. You have to have at least a 3.0 to qualify, and if we don't have any seniors at that point, we'll go to juniors or whatever we have to go. David Allen and Zoom's doing a good job. And
Did we have a number change here, Bob? Because I've got number 18 as the batter, and I had 17 as Brandon Brown being the scheduled up batter for Hampton. Got Brandon Brown here as number 17.
Well, I got Brandon Brown here as 18 and up there as 17. So
okay, I'm going to assume that that's
yeah
what it is. Diggs catches the corner for a strike. So we're going to assume that this is Mr. Brown, and he singled and he scored in the first inning.
And he's batting .294 prior to that single he got.
One and one. So one of those tough calls. The plate umpire, Rosser, asked the base umpire if he went around. It did look like he might have thought about it at least, and was able to hold back. So 1-1 the count. Inside for a ball. Brown the batter, Vise and Gunter due up after him here in the bottom, the top of the second. Yeah, that's outside for a ball. So Diggs gets behind on the batter now, 3-1. Had a couple of walks he gave up in the first inning. Walked the leadoff man. And actually had 2 walks
and
total.
Both to the same guy, wasn't it?
Yep. Kearns walked twice. Actually, gave up 3. You're absolutely right. So Brown gets a base on balls, and that brings up the second baseman, Justin Vise.
Well, 17 is Gunter, and I guess, see, if you look on the thing that Danny Mitchell gave us, he's got 17 is Brandon Brown, and that's
He got another 17.
He's got 2 17, so it's 18 is Brandon Brown.
We'll just have to get after Danny about that.
Well, I'm not going to get after him. He's too big for me to get after.
Well, that's why I said we.
We.
Collectively, we might do it.
Are you French?
We beat. So Brown at first, nobody out. Buys the batter. Wind shifting a little bit here now. It's starting to come more in from right field than it was earlier. It was blowing from right to left. Runner's going. Throw down to second is not in time as Brown will steal second. So that just that quickly with nobody out, the Crabbers have a runner in scoring position.
Well, Justin is batting .281 for the Crabbers.
In the dirt. Good job keeping the ball in front of them. Joe Riley's had a long afternoon, and we're only in the second inning. Joe's had to be on his toes there. A lot of balls in the dirt. Another one. Riley, again, good job of keeping the runner from advancing. Joe's earned his keep
I'll
already.
tell you what, he's going to be sore. I don't care if he's got a pad or not on his chest.
You and I have been talking about this
beaten to death.
for a long time about baseball. I used to be a pitcher and a first baseman, and you couldn't pay me to be the catcher.
I was nothing but a first baseman. I could play first base, but they couldn't pay me to catch. That is the toughest thing to do.
I always admire.
Look at the sun now. We got a little shadow there.
Told you, this guy's going to have to move the truck up. It's blocking my tan. So a second walk.
Alfonso.
So Gunter will come to the plate with
batting
runners at first and second.
293 coming into today's game.
Walked his first time and scored. Curve outside. You just joined us. You're watching Phoebus and Hampton baseball, recorded on the 23rd of April, 1999. Tim Cole and Bob Hintz and the entire 46 crew right here at Phoebus.
And if you have any printing you need done, give Tommy Gear a call over Gear Up Printing. 827. 8277.
That's right, 827-8277. That's an easy number to remember. Call, strike. This one is hit left side in the hole. Shortstop was playing over. The runner, Brown, was going on contact, and he scores easily on the play.
And Tim, that ball coming in from the left fielder. The third baseman was going to get it. He got down front, it hit the ground, and it looked like it took a right turn. It bounced almost directly to the side.
Some tough bounces.
They have not had a bounce, and this is their field.
Yeah. So Tyndall is going to take another time out here.
Well, you know, you got to
Kevin.
settle them down a little bit.
That's a tough play because with the runner at second, they were inching over to second, so the shortstop was really out of position, at least out of his normal position, and that ball was hit. Granted, not exactly where he might have been playing, but had he not been cheating to second, he might have had a better opportunity to field it. That time he had no chance, as Gunter just hammered it in the hole. So the Crabbers with runners at second and third.
And
nobody
we got a
out.
new pitcher, don't we?
And we got a new pitcher.
And that guy is Tyrone Bowles.
Tyrone Bowles came in from
center field.
Center field.
And with number 16 going out there, Ricky Wellborn is going out to center field. Now, is Kevin staying in or what?
I think Kevin ended up going to, where did he end up going?
Number
He's at
15.
third base? Third base, I believe I heard someone say.
Yeah, that's Kevin on third.
If
So
he'll
we
move
lost
a
a
little
third
bit.
baseman now who was Joe Tugwell.
Well, I'm not sure of that, but
Well, if you look, it looks like 15 on his.
yeah, I just can't
Jersey.
tell from my angle. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we got Diggs moving over to third. Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate
We
that.
got him. Thank you very much.
That's what happened. Then they put Diggs at third. Wellborn goes to center. So
Tyrone
Wellborn
goes to
third.
pitcher, and
Yeah.
Joe sits on the bench.
Third to center, center to pitch, pitch to third.
You want to say that again real quick?
Yeah. I'm lucky if I got it right the first time. And the batter is Fernando Vasquez.
And who do we have in the truck today, Tim?
Don Scharouse. Headphones themselves.
Well, he'll be here until 5:30. It's 5:30. He said he gone. So, okay, that'll be all right. Don Scharouse will be
right.
gone at 5:30. But we also have Andy
Who's
Bowles.
going to be gone at 5:30? Don Scharouse. Is that right? Get that man's name right. Get some headsets out here.
Andy Foley doing the graphics. Bev Penn doing the slow-mo, replay. Scotty doing everything that Don isn't.
We got Ron, ESPN Baton. We got Mr. Nathaniel Braxton. And Sarah Bowers are rounding out our crew for this afternoon, our dedicated crew. Foul back out of play.
Tim, I think we've lost the sun for the day. If you look back over our shoulder, you see the big old cloud coming on there.
Let's just hope we don't lose more than the sun, because there is the threat of storms. And,
Don't be saying that. Braxton's already started to pack up his gear.
We've just lost our left field camera.
Braxton does not like. He does
Especially when he's the highest thing in the area.
Well, I don't know. He's probably not as high as Sarah. Sarah's pretty well up there.
Yeah, that's true. Call him Nathaniel Lightning Rod Braxton for nothing, you know. That's why he doesn't like rain.
Yeah, we store up a little of that electricity for later on, Brax.
Right. Vasquez, the batter. Nobody out here in the second. 1 in and 2 on, and he takes that inside. 3-1. Danny Mitchell yelling from his third base coaching box just said, "Just blow your hands, let it go, otherwise hit it hard."
261 is what Fernando came into the game hitting.
Hit to the right side. The only play is at first and unable to score on the play, so the Phantoms get a good play out of that. Grounding out to the first baseman, and that'll bring up Kellen Johnson. He's the 9th batter, normally. Right fielder. Kellen had a hit the first time up. He's 1 for 1 this afternoon. 1 out, runners at second and third. Bowles delivers, swing and a miss. Boy, that was some heat. That was a smoker. Probably out of the strike zone, but it was up there where you could see it.
Makes no difference. You and I would have
Swing or
swung
I
at
would've-
it.
I'd still be
That's
swinging
right up
away.
there in our eyes. Oh, man, it looks so big. How can you miss it?
Would have corkscrew myself right into the ground.
And, fellas, that's a pretty hefty move.
Hey, hey. The time out here is Joe Riley wants to go out and make sure they've got all their signals straight. On deck is Jeremy Kearns.
Oh, we want to say happy birthday to Tina Kellen. Today is her birthday.
Well, happy birthday to Miss Tina. 23rd of April, huh?
A lot younger than Bobby. Oh, a lot younger than
Sure.
Bobby Kellen. Jeez.
Mazuzla, or whatever his
Yeah.
name is, younger than Bobby. Actually, Bobby's, well, he's not as old as you, but he's a lot older than me.
Wait a minute now.
Well-
He's not as old as me. A lot older than you.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, give me a break now.
Yeah, we're the 3 amigos here in the senior citizen group.
Johnson batting .281 coming in today's contest.
Tyrone Bowles delivers. That's a pretty pitch.
What a
Strike
nice
zone.
pitch. First strikeout today.
That one was right there. Big curveball. Got him looking. So 2 away now, and Kearns is the batter. Has walked twice.
He's been up more than anybody, hasn't he?
Yes, he is.
And that's what you want is your leadoff man to be able to get on base. He's got to be able to.
A little bit low.
Ooh, that looked close.
Yeah, it was. It curved in there nicely, but it was just a little low. Hillegas on deck. Bowles delivers
Outside.
Yep.
Just missed
both
the
of those
corner.
pitches just missing.
That one was just about an inch or two outside, maybe an inch and a half.
I'll tell you something. Both of these, both Bowles and Wheeler can put some mustard on that ball. That sucker was moving. 3-0.
Hey, getting dirt back here.
Turn to mud after this rain starts coming down.
Hey, don't be talking rain yet. Braxton putting the curse on you over here.
3-0. And ball 4, so that'll load him up. Bowles realizing that the ball got away from the catcher. Comes down the line to make sure no one advances any further. So Kearns now unofficially has been not at bat. And he's reached base all 3 times on walks. And this is your catcher, Hillegas. He is 2 for 2. 2 singles.
Batting .289 coming in today.
That won't hurt his batting.
No. He's moved that up real good.
Good look at Gabe Hillegas. Curveball. Got the corner. Right across the letters. That baby was just in the strike zone. 8-0 Hampton. Top of the second. And they've got the runner trapped, and he is out.
That's a nice move by Bowles. Tyrone did a good job that time.
So Mr. Kearns will get another opportunity in the 3rd inning as he is denied an opportunity to hit there on the play at home. Good job by the pitcher Bowles to fake the move and caught the runner for the 3rd out. Let me do a little tallying here. Bob, help me out with a little filler. We got 2 walks, 3 walks, 4 walks, a dollar.
3 walks because we know that the leadoff batter has walked 3 times.
3 walks and a hit in the inning.
We in this inning?
In this past inning, yep.
Oh, okay.
So the Crabbers add to their total. And we move to the bottom half of the second as the Phantoms down 8-0. And the wind just blew our camera case right off of the 3rd base dugout or whatever that building is. As the wind's starting to pick up again.
We got this is who Adam Wright batting. He's DHing for the shortstop Cole Lineberry.
Takes the first pitch from Wheeler, and it's a called strike. Adam Wright is your batter. Oshus and Riley are due up after him.
Adam is batting .250 coming in today. He's got 2 quick strikes on him.
Just off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Adam Wright. Outside 2-2. Hampton 8 runs on 8 hits. Phantoms no runs on no hits. And strike 3 call. That was a
right
nasty
inside
curveball.
corner.
That was a nasty curveball.
Mike Tyndall is assisted by Scott Snyder and Dick Van Dyke, are the 2 other coaches to help him. I don't know who helps Danny over there.
So Wheeler now with 1 out will pitch to Brandon Oshus.
Brandon is junior.
This one is bounced off the plate. Wheeler will field it and throw him out at first. So 2 up, 2 down here in the second for the Phantoms, and that'll bring up the catcher, Joe Riley.
Joe is just a junior, but I tell you what, he's put in a full day work, and he's only
in the second inning.
only the second inning.
Yeah,
he gonna sleep well tonight.
Wheeler delivers a call strike. That one in the dirt. Good stop. 2 outs here in the second. Nobody on. 1-1 count to the batter. Joe Riley, the catcher, due up after him. If he can keep the inning alive, will be Ricky Wellborn, who started at third base but has since moved to center field. This one is hammered, base hit, left center.
Alfonso gets over there, cuts it off good. Yep. Nice, solid hit.
Oh, those are kind that feel really good. I mean, he just got all the bat on the ball. So that brings up the center fielder, Ricky Wellborn. 2 outs with a runner at first.
Okay, we're going to have a pinch runner. That's number 17 is who?
I was going to ask you.
Well, let's see if I can find out. Yes, it's Tommy Sweeney. He's pinch running for the catcher, Riley.
A little bit high for a ball.
Oh, that looked good.
Yeah, I know. I would have called it a strike.
I don't know about the calling, but I'd have swung at it.
That one's a little outside and high.
Good eye.
Cole Holtzclaw is on deck.
Who's this?
The batter is Ricky Wellborn. He did swing it that high one, and it fouls back out of play.
Just a junior, but he's got a 3.2 GPA, which is nothing to sneeze at.
The Phantoms with their first base runner. Riley takes his lead. Wheeler delivers high and tight and a swing and a miss. Wellborn with a 2-2 count.
Well, if I look at my stuff, it looks like to me that Adam Wright with a 3.5 is the senior who's got the highest GPA. So Adam Wright is the young man who will receive that plaque at the school board meeting for academic excellence presented by Zooms, David Allen and Zooms.
Riley is going on the play, and it was a ball 4 anyway, so Riley will move to second on the base on balls to Wellborn. So that brings up the left fielder, Cole Holtzclaw.
Just a sophomore. Mike told me earlier, he says, my shortstop, my second baseman, my first baseman, all freshmen. You got a very young team.
Nice stop by Hillegas. Danny Mitchell sees something that he wants to talk to his pitcher about. Might be his delivery or something that he's doing differently, and Danny immediately wants to talk to him. It was a very brief conversation, and we're set to resume the action here.
Danny's taking up golf and hits the ball a mile. Can you
imagine that?
Yeah, can you imagine that? Jeez.
The wind whipping the dust here at Phoebus.
Well, I'm glad it's blowing away from us.
That was right there. 2 balls and 1 strike to the batter. Runners at first and second. This one foul back. Evens the count at 2-2. Or is it 1-2?
Well,
It's nice to be behind the umpire like this, but you can't see that.
I see the 2 on this side, but I can't see the one on the other
I can't see it
side.
either.
What's on your side?
His head's in the way. Just outside.
Boy, that thing looked like it was going to come in, and it didn't. A good shot with the Spaten up there on that shot.
out of play.
We had runners going.
Whoa, just missed a tennis player. Goodness gracious. Actually, someone on the court was just kind of sitting there and almost got nailed with that one.
That may not be the best place to be sitting,
I'm
obviously.
telling you, there's no real good place right over there. That tennis court has been looking a lot like not the place to be. This one hit to the shortstop. Over to first.
Oh,
in
what
time
a throw.
to
What a
retire the
throw.
side.
I am impressed with that shortstop. Woo, does he have a cannon for an arm?
So the Phantoms get a couple of base runners on 2 walks.
Alan Johnson is the one that's making that throw.
The Phantoms unable to get anything in the score column. There you saw the.
Oh, I'm feeling some sprinkles.
Ooh. Yeah, me too.
And it's your fault.
Well, I'm blamed for a lot of things, and I am powerful. I will admit that.
But you're not that
Not
powerful.
that powerful. There you see, we are. And I want everybody to know that you're out of uniform.
No, I'm
You have
not.
a Channel 5 shirt. All right, we're going to resume our coverage right here after this brief timeout. All right, back here at Phoebus, 8-0 Hampton as they lead off the top of the 3rd inning. Gabe Hillegas, who was at bat in the 2nd inning when the attempted steal of home was thwarted by the Phantoms for the 3rd out. So Hillegas gets a fresh at bat here. That one's high. 1-1 to count. Hillegas the batter. On deck is the pitcher Wheeler and the DH Justin Mandel. And we apologize ahead of time if we've mispronounced some names. It could be Mandel or Mandel. Hopefully we haven't done that.
That was a nice breaking ball that time by Tyrone.
Ball and 2 strikes. Of course, Danny at this point wants this game to speed up so it can be an official game in case we have some weather. This one is popped up on the right side. Second baseman is calling for it and makes the grab for out number 1. So Josh Wheeler, who is 2 for 2 this afternoon, and one of those 2 was a monstrous home run over the left field fence.
Well, he's come in batting .375, Tim, is senior on his team, one of the leaders on Danny's team.
Plate umpire goes down the sideline to check with the first base umpire to see if perhaps the batter had committed himself, and emphatically Van Sickle says no, he did not. There you see from the third baseline, that's Danny Mitchell in the middle of your picture. Bowles delivers and got
that's wide, just curved right across.
Yeah, that plate just expanded by about 3 inches. Too.
I was giving him a little bit of help there.
Yes, you were. I could have caught the corner.
It was breaking.
2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the third, and Justin Mandel is the on-deck batter. Riley sets up outside. That's where the pitch is, but it's off the plate for a ball. Don't want to give anything to Wheeler on the middle or inside of the plate. That's what he hammered the first time he batted. Bowles delivers and got him to swing at a pitch that was curving outside. Full count, 3-2.
He knew where that ball was going, and that thing broke right out away from him. He couldn't reach it.
And that was in the dirt for ball 4. So Wheeler on base for the 3rd time. So we'll get a pinch runner.
Number 3, Westfall goes in. Mike Westfall. Senior is going to replace Wheeler as a pinch runner.
Am I correct in that the pitcher and the catcher
Yep.
can be substituted for? They're the only 2 that can?
Yeah, for pinch runners, yes.
That was right there, and I just felt more of that liquid sunshine. Starting to feel a little more of that stuff there, Bob. Hopefully we'll get this one in. We had to go and say something about the beautiful weather we were having, didn't we? And that ball gets away from the first baseman. Westfall will be able to advance, and he may be able to go to third if he's watching his coach. And good throw, gets him.
Oh, wow. Hesitated on second.
Yeah.
Did not know that that the ball had gotten through. Looked like it almost got hung up in the fence, but it really didn't. Had it got hung up in the fence, he wouldn't have been able to make the run. Well,
oh boy, my ink is running. The score sheet may become of 0 value here. Not that it has a great deal of value the way I keep score anyway. But we've got raindrops falling. And no protection here. You and I are out in the elements. Hopefully this looks like it might just blow right over. It's looks like we're just on the fringe.
hope it does. See the sun even peeking through a little bit.
Yeah, let's move over where the sun is. A little bit low.
But we will pick a player of the game from each one of these teams, and those players receive a plaque and a shirt. Plaque comes from Buckwalter Engraving, located at Kickintan Road, and the shirt comes from the Highlander Hardware and Sporting Goods, located in Pocosin.
Bowles
Oh, I jumped again.
issues another base on balls. So Mandel will go down to first, and Brandon Brown will be the batter.
Brandon batting .294 as a junior.
Walked, had a single, and has scored twice.
We got 2 outs.
The sun does make a reappearance here. Runners going, Mandel, and throw off the mark, and Mandel reaches easily on the stolen base. So the Crabbers again with an 8-0 lead with a runner in scoring position. This was high and tight. You see a nice shot of the outfield area. Camera people got to earn their keep this afternoon with that breeze blowing.
Yeah.
And throw down to third, not in time, as Justin Mandel gets his second stolen base of the inning.
Yeah, but the batter was in the way, but I guess as long as he's in the batter box, it doesn't make any difference.
3-0. So Bowles, the relief pitcher, there you see the score. Crabbers put on 7 runs in the first inning. Bowles delivers strike. Swing and a miss.
We got a new scoreboard out there, and yeah, but look out in the left center. No, that's not it. We do have a new one, but that's not the one. They got a new one. They didn't up yet. It's electric.
Electric, huh?
Yeah, brand new one. We just haven't got it up yet. Mike figures we might get it up by the end of the season.
Foul tip. Runner on third with 2 out. And a swing and a miss. Nice curveball from Bowles to get Brandon Brown to commit. So the Crabbers get a runner. A couple of base runners, as a matter of fact.
Yes, they did.
They leave one, but for the first time in the ballgame, they are unable to add to their lead.
Tommy Gear is on the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Peninsula, and they have over 200 little brothers looking for big brothers. This is a great program. They have people that are interested to call. The number at Big Brothers Big Sisters office is 827-0110, and they need volunteers to spend 4 to 5 hours a week with their little brothers. Kids start as young as 6 years old, so give them a call. We thank Tommy Gear and
What's that number
Gear
again?
Printing. The number at Big Brother and Big Sister, 827-0110.
Move to the bottom half of the third.
And if you go over to Zoom's, Tim, and you get a little hungry, you can get some of that good Beantown coffee to go with those Krispy Kreme donuts that you Krispy Kreme donuts
like
that
those.
you like, and ham and cheese subs, Coca products, fried chicken, much more.
And they have Citgo gas. Call strike to the leadoff batter here. This is Joe Tugwell, who's leading off, and then he'll be followed by the top of the order.
Well, Joe is just a freshman, Tim. He's got a 3.4 GPA. Have 5 freshmen on this Phoebus team.
Hammered down to the third base area where Tyndall will be charged with an error.
Oh, you terrible scorekeeper there. It was a foul ball.
Well, he mishandled the ball. It was,
I don't know if we've ever had an error on a coach before.
doesn't happen often.
2-2.
Tugwell will be followed by Tyrone Bowles. There you see a good look at Mike Tyndall. This one is popped up. Center field, right field, left field, everybody converging, and it looks like Gunter finally
Yes,
makes the
he
grab.
did. That ball was high enough that he could get underneath it.
So Tugwell flies out to center field, and that'll bring up the batter, the center fielder slash pitcher, Tyrone Bowles, and he hits the first pitch, and the right fielder drifts over and makes
Whoa,
the
right
grab.
at the fence.
Yep, that ball was just hanging up there. He didn't really look like he hit it all that hard, but he got good distance on the contact.
Right fielder for the Crabbers is Kellen Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry, no it isn't.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Rob Quinn is your batter. Second baseman for the
Batting.
Phantoms.
Another freshman batting .214.
This one, it fouled down the right field line. No one will get to that one. One and one the count. 2 outs here for the Phantoms. Again, fouled out of play. Swinging late. So Wheeler ahead on the count.
Danny moving Gunter over into right center.
Again, this one fouled up. Out of play. So the little bit of sprinkling we had has stopped, and we're happy to see that is the case. Hopefully we'll not have any. Got all of that one. This one's hit deep left field, over the left fielder's head, off the wall, or the fence at least. And standing up with a double.
Stand up double. Woo-wee.
So Rob Quinn got all of one and bounced it off the fence for a stand-up double. And that brings up Kevin Diggs. Started.
There's a replay,
Yep.
and you can see him rounding first, going into second, standing up.
Kevin Diggs will be the batter. Diggs grounded out his first time up.
Kevin is senior on this team, one of the leaders on Mike Tyndall's Phantom team.
Oh, made me flinch. Got me out, made me blink.
It's not just me that does that.
I think it's fouled back. 1-1. Phantoms trying to get back in this one, down by 8. Just caught the corner. Adam Wright, the DH, is on deck. Should Diggs keep this one alive? Off the plate. 2-2 the count. Outside low. So after getting ahead 0-2, the count is full on Diggs. Trying to keep the rally going here. Got a runner on second with 2 out. This one is hit foul down to first baseline. Got a chance to make the grab, and the Crabbers do, as Diggs pops out to first base to retire the side.
Fernando Vasquez getting underneath it in foul territory, but it makes no difference if it's a fly, you're out.
So the Phantoms do get a base hit to get the double from Quinn, but he is left stranded. We're appreciating it.
Appreciate anything you can do, Danny.
So we played 3 complete innings now, and it's Hampton 8 and Phoebus nothing.
WHCS Channel 46 welcomes you to the Math Zone, a live televised interactive calling program for students to get help with their math. Join Tyler Elementary teacher Cassandra Hamilton and Davis Middle School teacher Sherry Martin every Tuesday and Thursday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Give them a call at 850-5426 and join the Math Zone. They're going all year round now. You will enjoy that.
You see one of the young fans, and I mean really young fans, in attendance this afternoon.
Got her baseball hat on and everything. I'm ready to go.
Ready to
Batter
roll.
up. Where's
Give me a
the ball?
glove.
Give me a ball.
Yeah, give me a bat here. I'm ready to go up there and swing away. So the Crabbers in the 4th inning will have scheduled up Justin Vise, Alfonso Gunter, and Fernando Vasquez.
Justin just a sophomore, batting .281 coming in today's contest.
Top of the 4th. Hampton 7 runs in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd. We're held scoreless in the 3rd, and we're here in the 4th. Scheduled for 7. Swing and a miss on a high heat. Ball was just rising from the time it left Bowles' hand. Don Scharouse still here?
No, he's probably gone. It's 2012.
Now we can mispronounce his name again. You told me you had to make sure we pronounced it correctly at least 3 times.
At least 3 times.
I think we did that. Does that mean next time we'll have headsets?
Don't bet on it.
Oh, that was higher than the first one. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was not one of the things that was pressing in his mind when we were not pronouncing his name right.
I thought there was a correlation there. I thought if we pronounced his name correctly, we got headsets.
Well, he might be thinking about it now.
2-2. Unofficially in the ball game, Hampton 8 runs on 8 hits. Phoebus no runs on 2 hits. And that'll be a base on ball. No, check that. 3-2. Full count.
3-2, full count.
And that was right there. So the second strikeout of the ball game for Bowles, and that brings up the center fielder, Gunter.
Batting .294, just a junior.
And went around and pretty good looking pitch as well. So 0-1 the count to Gunter as he looked like he was trying to bunt his way on. Vasquez is on deck. High heat again. No taking this
Yeah,
time.
a little inside that time.
That was way up there too. Have to be a hatchet man to get to that ball. Same spot. 2 balls and 1 strike. One out, nobody on here in the Hampton 4th inning. That's right there. Count is even at 2-2.
I tell you what, Tyrone is pitching so hard. He's come. That shirt is outside that.
Bowles off the plate with that one, trying to make him reach for a curveball, and Gunter stayed away from it. And ball 4, just off the plate. So
Gunter's got some speed down there too. You got to keep an eye on him.
Gunter was 1 for 1 with a pair of walks. And he is on first now with 1 away, and Fernando Vasquez.
Well, the Hampton team the team batting average is .270. Coming in today's contest, they had 311 at bats, 45 runs, 85 hits, 39 RBIs. Had 4 home runs, but now they got 5, and they Phoebus threw the ball away.
So Gunter reaches second as they went over to first base trying to pick him off, and did it once and didn't have a problem, but the second time the ball was well off the mark and allowed him to go down to second base, almost to third, but he wisely held up. Vasquez, the batter, with one out, and on deck is Kellen Johnson. See a good look at the left-handed batter. Fouls this one back out of play.
Just a sophomore. Also does some pitching for the Crabbers, does Vasquez. He's pitched 11 innings this year so far. Recorded 10 strikeouts.
What is Wheeler's ERA, if I may ask?
I'll get him. Well, I don't have his ERA, but coming in today's contest, Josh has pitched 12 2/3 innings, faced 76 batters, and had struck out 14 of them, but had only given up earned runs, only given up 15 earned runs.
Gunter advances to third on the steal. So the Crabbers, with one out, have a man at third. Foul ball. One ball and 2 strikes, the count to Vasquez. Two and two. Start out as a warm, almost hot, sunny afternoon.
It was about 85. I think, in fact, it was 85 earlier today.
Vasquez swings and misses, so Bowles able to help his cause tremendously there with the runner at third. Gets the second out of the inning as Vasquez swings and misses, and it brings up the number 9 batter, the right fielder, Kellen Johnson.
Batting .281, one of the seniors on his team.
Johnson 1 for 2 this afternoon and scored in the first inning. Swing and a miss.
Tyrone's got some heat, doesn't he?
Yeah, both of these pitchers can come with the ball. Johnson batting from the left side. Little low. Quick throw down, and Gunter is back. Fans might be able to hear the wind in our microphones. It's been pretty gusty all afternoon. It now appears that it's kind of blowing again from right to left. Swing and a miss. And they've got Gunter coming home, and he is safe. Good call. Gunter heads up base running.
He's got some speed.
Broke for home, the throw down to third. You know, just a reaction thing. In retrospect, the catcher, if he had time to think about it, he might have run him down a little bit or just waited for him.
Or just, yeah, there's a nice replay of that. Just underneath the tag.
Good job of Gunter to score. So ball and 2 strikes is the count to Kellen Johnson. Crabbers have added a run now. They lead 9-0. Swing and a miss. So Bowles is able to strike the side out, but that base on balls to Gunter ended up costing him as he was able to advance on a throwing miscue by the Phantoms and then eventually scored on a stolen base. So no hits in the inning, but the Crabbers do make it 9-0 now after 3 1/2.
And we do want to thank our sponsors, Zooms, David Allen and Zooms, and of course, Gear Up Printing, Tommy Gear.
If I wanted to call Gear Up Printing now, I need to order some forms and want to print them up. What number would I call it?
827.
827.
827. 7.
What does that go in here? I said 827.
827.
827?
7.
Oh, okay. 827, 8277. I like that. It's an easy number to remember. For all
Give
your
them a call and they'll
printing
help you
needs.
out.
Bottom half of the fourth inning. The Phantoms will send to the plate, at least scheduled to bat this inning, will be the DH, Adam Wright, Brandon Oshus, and Joe Riley. Joe has one of the 2 Phoebus hits this afternoon. Adam Wright, 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. This time he swings at the first pitch and it'll drift out of play. A little bit late on the swing.
Adam is batting, one of the seniors on this team, batting .250. He's got a 3.5 GPA, is the senior with the highest GPA on this Phantom team, and will receive a plaque at one of the school board meetings for academic excellence. We want to congratulate that young man, along with Gabe Hildegass, who will be the recipient on the Hampton baseball team.
One ball and 2 strikes to the bat. Let's check that. It was 2-2. Now it is full count. Well, I could have sworn I saw a full count. I guess I didn't. Unfortunately, Mr. Rosser here doesn't.
He's not being cooperative with you.
Show
Is
them.
that what you're saying?
I can't see them. Yeah, that one I heard. Adam Wright looked at strike 3. So
That was right on the corner.
good job by Wheeler to find that corner. Wheeler records his second strikeout. In fact, Wright now has been the victim twice. Brandon Oshus.
Brandon, one of the juniors on this team.
Two balls and no strikes.
Brandon has walked 7 times this year.
Two balls and 1 strike to the batter. This one is hit to the shortstop. Long throw in time to get Oshus at first. So 2 up, 2 down for the Phantoms. And
I'm impressed with Alan Johnson's arm, man.
Yep,
He's got a
you
cannon down
you
there.
have to have that at shortstop.
Well,
That
you
is-
do, because you have to sometimes make that with that throw from the hole, but
Yep.
he is right on the money.
So the catcher for the Phantoms, Joe Riley, is at the plate, and his first pitch is a ball in the dirt.
Joe, a junior,
Joe with
Hey.
a base hit.
Joe has worked himself real hard today back behind that plate. And not saying that Gabe hasn't, but Joe's been back there longer than Gabe has today.
Now, Diggs is, his 2 innings there just had difficulty getting that ball up. It was in the dirt, and that's the toughest play for the catcher is to dig that thing out. You got to keep it in front of you. You got to. Okay. Ooh, that pitch looked pretty
Ooh,
good.
that looked awful good. Looked awful good.
Might have just been a little low, but it was pretty damn close. This one hit the right side, second baseman up with it. And over to first for out number 3. So the Phantoms go in order. 1, 2, 3. And we've played 4 complete. And the score is Hampton 9 and Phoebus nothing. Watch the replay as the inning ended. Tyrone Bowles will take his warm-up tosses, having relieved Kevin Diggs. Clouds around, sky is threatening, but so far we're hanging in there. Want to remind you that our sponsors this afternoon, Gear Up Printing and Zooms. Zooms has 5 convenient Hampton locations, and Zooms, of course, has excellent, great food.
Zooms may only have 4 Hampton
Oh, is that right?
locations. Yeah, the one over there on Victoria Boulevard next to the stadium, I think they sold it.
Oh, really? All right, gee, I'm going to have to change my whole thought process.
Well,
for years.
they've got Zooms in other places than in Hampton, so just keep your eye out for them.
4 convenient Hampton locations and others. How's that? The Crabbers will send the leadoff batter, top of the order. Jeremy Kearns will be the batter of the top half of the 5th inning. Kearns has walked 3 times this afternoon. And you know what? You mentioned it earlier, Bob. It's just so important to get your leadoff man, your number 1 guy on base, and they've been able to do that. And part of the reason they're leading 9-0.
Well, coming in, he's had 12 walks coming in today, and now he's had how many today?
3.
3.
Walked
So that
every
gets
time he's been up.
15. He's been at bat only 20 times. Has had 4 hits. He's only batting 200, Tim, but getting on base. Getting on base, very
Usually
important.
we get the statistics from some of our coaches, and they have on-base percentage, which is,
And
in
I don't
my
have
opinion,
that.
is the most important.
Yeah.
Better than your batting average. On deck is Hillegas and the pitcher Wheeler. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff man here in the 5th inning. Tim Cole and Bob Hintz coming to you from Phoebus. 23rd of April, 1999. I believe I heard Terry Rosser say 3-2 is the count. Just outside. So Brandon Kearns is in a rut. But if you're the Crabbers, you don't mind this kind of rut, because it's the 4th time that he has been on base this afternoon and yet has not been officially at bat.
Well, Gabe is number 38 times. He's been at bat coming into today's game more than anybody else.
And he is 2 for 3. Shows bunt, ball off the glove of Riley, and the runner unable to advance. Good hustle by Joe Riley. I'm impressed with his play this afternoon. I'm putting him down as one of my candidates for player of the game, just for the abuse he takes behind a plate, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Bowles checks the runner at first. This one is bunted foul. Interesting, leading 9-0. Danny's trying to advance the runner rather than just swinging away. Not questioning his strategy. It's just
Well, he keeps you guessing. You don't know what he's going to do, and that's what you're supposed to do.
see, there's another coach over at Hampton that does that.
You and I haven't been able to figure out Mike Smith yet, but it doesn't make any difference.
We don't need to figure him out.
Because Mike will win and win and win. Winningest coach in high school football in the state of Virginia.
And a lot of that credit he'll be quick to give it to Mr. Danny Mitchell.
Along with Alvis Mann, you're right there.
Danny, of course, the assistant coach on the football team, among others. Foul ball. Kearns on first. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth. Hillegas with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Runner is going. The ball is hit to right field and cannot make the catch. The right fielder came in.
That ball really was up there, and that wind held it up a little bit.
Kearns, of course, had to hold up because he couldn't go. Had to make sure the ball was not caught before he advanced.
Well, he got about halfway down and then started coming back because you're right. It looked like it was going to get caught. That wind is playing games up there, too. And it's gusting. And old Josh coming up here. Josh has had 4 strikeouts that he had issued coming into today's game as a pitcher.
Speaking of batting,
been at bat 32 times.
And if you missed it,
12 hits. Excuse me.
33rd at bat was over the left field fence.
Batting 375 coming in today.
Yeah, he's 2 for 3.
And he's a strong candidate for the player of the game for the Crabbers.
Actually, I take that back. He's 2 for 2. Reached on a base on balls and then got caught. Call strike.
1-1.
Justin Mandel on deck for the Crabbers. Foul ball. Crabbers with runners at first and second with nobody out here in the fifth. Foul back out of play. That one stays up in the net. All right, good arm by Terry Russell.
Not only that, he cut one of those balls, but he got an error on the other one, right?
An error on one. Out on the one, an error on the other. A ball and 2 strikes to Wheeler. Bowles delivers off the plate. Catcher set up out there. Riley showed him the glove, but it was off the plate, hoping that Wheeler would go for the outside pitch. Count even at 2. Oh, got strikeout and a throw out. So Wheeler swings and misses, and then Kearns is out trying to steal. So Phantoms needed that badly. Here's the replay. Curveball caught him looking. Then a good throw down to third by Riley to get the runner. And just like that, instead of no one out and runners at first and second, there's 2 outs and a runner at second base.
This is Mandel, been up to bat 35 times coming to today's contest. 7 hits, batting 200.
0 for 2 this afternoon, flat out twice and walked. baseman is fouled back out of play. Two outs here in the top of the fifth.
Justin is the DH for Alan Johnson.
That one behind the batter. Curveball just never got there. Mandel can get on. He will allow Brandon Brown to bat in this inning. Outside. 3-1 to count to the batter.
Good shot of the batter there.
Swing and a miss.
He knew when he was swinging, Tim.
Oh,
That
yeah.
broke down and away from him.
He was looking for one pitch and got another one.
Yeah.
Fooled him a little bit on that one. Swing and a miss. So Bowles is able to strike out two of the three batters he faced.
Helped
Bowles
by
now
a
has 6
double
strikeouts. 6 Ks for Mr. Bowles. Yeah, that strikeout throw out was a big help to the Phantoms to have any chance of staying in this ball game.
Well, we will pick a player of the game from both of these teams, and they will receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from Buckwalter Engraving, located at Kickingham Road. For all your engraving needs, contact Jim at 723-6067. Dave Buckwalter is owner. The shirt comes from the Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods. They're located in Pocosin. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment and uniforms, plus they have screen printing. Give Dave Chubb a call at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner. Next week on the first day of May.
May Day.
We will be at Cooper Elementary, bringing you the Kickingham Phoebus soccer. We will have the girls soccer match first, followed by the boys. Doubleheader for soccer fans.
So Phantoms down by 9 as we will be batting in the bottom of the 5th. Ricky Wellborn is due up, followed by Holzclaw and Tugwell. Wheeler retired the Phantoms in order last time up. Wheeler nibbling at the corners, gets called strike 2.
Wellborn is a junior, got a 3.2 GPA.
You can count on the fact that if the pitcher gets ahead 0-2, he's going to come outside, try and get that batter to swing at a bad pitch. Wheeler now evens the count at 2-2. Wellborn hits it to the right side. Second baseman drifts over and makes the play to get him at first. So Wellborn now 0 for 1 on the afternoon, having walked his first time. And this will bring up Cole Holzclaw, who is 0 for 1. He grounded out.
Sophomore with a 3.0 GPA.
It's this one to the first baseman. Pitcher covering. Good job of Wheeler to get over there and make the play.
That's a tough play for the pitcher because you got to be running, looking where the ball is, looking where the base is, and to me, that's a lot of things to be looking for.
You have to have the instinct. You have to remember and play well enough to know that when the ball's hit to the right side, you need to go there, and you don't necessarily get involved in every play.
Joe Tugwell, just a freshman with 3.4 GPA for the Phantoms.
As I said, as a former pitcher, it's not a natural thing. You know, kind of want to stand there. So the first
Somebody else watching. I'm throwing the ball. You got.
Wait a minute. Oh, I need to get over there.
Should have been you.
Yeah. Oh, strike two. Mr. Wheeler again nibbles the corner. Tugwell 0 for 1. Flied out to center field his first time up. Hillegas sets up outside, and it's outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You see the batter and the Phoebus dugout in the background. In the dirt. Thought about it. Did not go. Hillegas now says, "Oh, come on, man."
Well, that hurt.
Yeah, he's still feeling that one. That
took it on the hand. That did not hit any padding.
Nope, got him on the hand. That's I'm telling you. Gotta watch me. If we were awarding players of the game, I give it to the catcher automatically. Nailed it. Oh, what a grab!
What a catch! Woo!
That was
pretty.
Yes, sir. Who was that young man?
That was the second baseman for the Crabbers. Who is that?
Who was that masked man? I'll tell you here
Justin.
in a second. Justin who?
Vise.
Justin Vise?
Yes.
That was pretty. That ball was hit on a rope. I thought it was going to drop in, and Justin Vise is not on my watch. It's not.
Not on my watch. Hey, you got that right.
There's the replay. You can just see him, Dustin all did a good job of robbing a base hit.
Don't come bother me.
So the Phantoms, unable to generate any offense, go down in order. They've just got 2 hits, as Mr. Wheeler has just been outstanding this afternoon. So we move to the top of the 6th. The wind now seems to have shifted around, Bob. I'm not sure where it's coming from now.
Coming from behind us again. And a little bit back, almost back where it was when we first stood down. Blowing out towards left, maybe a little bit left center now.
Clouds are still
hanging around. We're not going to get sunburned today, are we?
Nope. No, Scotty, you don't need to move the van after all. Not that he was, right?
I don't think Scotty that was in his agenda.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, let's see. The batters that are due up for the Crabbers here in the 6th. Brandon Brown, Justin, I've got your line drive at second base, Vise, and Alfonso Gunter. Saw a shot of some of the crowd on hand here this afternoon. Parents and students hanging out here at the Phoebus High School field.
Brown batting .294 coming in today's contest.
1 for 2 on the afternoon. He is singled, walked, struck out, and scored 2 times.
Had a home run this year.
First pitch from Bowles is in the dirt for a ball. Strike right in there. Pretty pitch.
On the inside is part of that plate, and that's kind of jams you a little bit.
Big curveball.
Ooh, nice curve.
Yeah, I'd be bailing out still.
I would have been down on third base. I'd have been falling back away from that baby.
Yeah, it was pretty curved ball from Rodney. And it gets him on a outside pitch off the plate. Now Bowles has come in and really done a good job. He has struck out 7 crabbers and has done a fine job. At least 7. I'm not sure. Did he come in the 2nd inning or the 3rd inning? I can't remember.
I think part of the
He might even have 8.
relieved. Yeah, he came in the middle of the 2nd.
Middle of 2nd, yes. So he would have gotten. He might have 8 strikeouts. In any event, Mr. Bowles has quieted the crabbers, but unfortunately for Phoebus, crabbers had already made a lot of noise there with
really.
7 first-inning runs. It's been pretty even ever since. But
Justin's been bat 32 times coming in today's contest, batting .281. He's also had a home run this year.
fouled that one off the end of the bat. Scattered his teammates over there as the ball hit the fence. Made some of them flinch.
So it just isn't you and I that do that, huh?
Bowles comes in just a little high. Call strike 2. That was a pretty pitch. That was on the outside corner at the knees. Hit sharply, shortstop, handcuffs him for a moment. He comes up to the throw in time.
Wow.
Pretty play by the shortstop.
And a nice stretch by the first baseman.
Yep, good play all the way around.
That is a tough call, but you've got to really stretch playing that first base.
So it brings up
Cole
the batter.
Lineberry is the first baseman.
Who was it? And that was Tugwell at second, or shortstop, brother?
Let's see. Yes, Joe.
Pretty play. Gunter is your batter. Gunter walked and scored a run, singled in the third, and walked. So he is 1 for 1 and has scored twice this afternoon.
Well, he's had 41 official times at bat and 12 hits so far this year, batting .293.
Swing and a miss as Bowles
Tyrone
pitching
keeping
well.
jamming him a little bit on that one.
Yep, pitching well. We're in the top half of the 6th inning. Hampton leading 9-0. Gunter commits, gets the strike. A ball and 2 strikes to Alfonso Gunter. If he is able to keep the inning going, it'll bring up Fernando Vasquez. Pop this one up. This one might be mine, Bob. This might be mine. Nope, can't get it.
Yeah, I noticed you really. How come you're leaning towards me and the ball's?
I was trying to protect you.
Oh,
I was going to throw my body on you in case it came towards you.
Yeah, you heard what that girl said. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I thought I did pretty well just sitting here. I was ready to scramble. I was ready to head for the parking lot. Right back at us.
Well, I'm afraid if you would have gone towards the parking lot, you would have run right over me.
That's what I mean.
The
See, I
ball
was
was.
protecting you. I was looking out for you.
I'm not too sure if you were looking out for me or just getting away from that ball.
You'll never know.
I got a strong suspicion, though.
Full
Just a
count.
little low.
Yep.
Gunter has now got a base on balls this year.
Dangerous around here.
Oh, you're starting to bail out of that chair now.
I'm telling you. Oh, he got the call. Hook on the outside corner if the plate were just a little wider, but the umpire said the plate was wide enough.
It was wide enough.
So after 5.5, as we move to the bottom of the 6th, our score is Hampton 9 and Phoebus nothing, and we'll return to Phoebus High School for the conclusion of this ball game after a brief timeout. Well, you see some of the fans in attendance here this afternoon enjoying this ball game. If you're a Hampton fan, you're enjoying it a little bit more than if you're a Phoebus fan.
Tyrone is batting .333 coming in today's contest. One of the seniors on this Phoebus team has really shown himself well pitching.
He's done an excellent job. In fact, he bunts this one foul. We haven't discussed exactly our picks for players of the game, but certainly he has done an outstanding job coming in relief.
He sure has. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We'll let you pick the Phoebus, and I'll pick the Hampton.
Seems fair enough. So we got Bowles due up after him, Rob Quinn, and Kevin Diggs. At least those are the due up batters. I do understand there are some changes, so we'll get those to you as we discover them. And that plate's getting wider and wider as the game gets later and later, Bob.
Well, that could be a positive for us.
It is a positive. I wasn't complaining, mind you.
Oh, okay.
This one is popped up right side.
First baseman. No. Second says, I got it.
That's Westfall, I believe.
Yeah, number 3.
Yep. He's one of the changes.
Yes, he is playing second now. What do we got? Some changes, huh?
Yeah.
Got number 18, Brandon Brown, is now playing third. Was he playing third earlier?
Don't start.
Oh. I won't do that. Yes, he was.
Okay. Rob Quinn is your batter. And scheduled up behind him is Kevin Diggs. Josh Wheeler working on a 2-hitter. And that one is hit deep to center field. Gunter drifts back and makes the grab. Got good contact, but right
he has
to
hit
the
the
center
ball
fielder.
hard a couple times today.
Yep.
In fact, he got a nice hit one other time.
Had a real nice hit, a double. He's got one of the 2 hits, does Mr. Quinn. But it's 2 up and 2 down now, and Kevin Diggs, who was the starting pitcher, and the Crabbers knocked him out. He comes to the plate 0 for 2 in the dirt, and Hillegas says, come on, keep that ball up. He likes it when all of his fingers and thumbs
are
and
working.
are still working attached.
And not getting bigger than his elbow.
Yeah. Ooh. It was where?
That was a must have been low because it got the inside corner.
Mercy.
Yep, it's low.
So we have a substitute batter coming up next. We've been advised by a young lady. I do not know. That's assuming that.
We get his number. I'll get it.
Oh, we'll get a number for him here in a second. It is number 17.
Tommy Sweeney.
Yeah.
Diggs
Diggs needs to get on here to give him a chance. Wheeler walks. Kevin Diggs.
I don't have anything on. Tommy.
Tommy Sweetie.
Just a sophomore. That's all I know. He did come in as a pitch runner earlier.
And he is coming in this afternoon in place of Adam Wright, who was the DH. Almost threw that one away.
Scott Snyder over there coaching on first. He was hitting the ground.
Wheeler delivers, and it's a strike. Oh and 1 to the batter. 2 outs here in the Phoebus half of the 6th. Swing and a miss. So Wheeler quickly ahead, 0 and 2. Swing and a miss as Wheeler grooved that one in there for the 3rd out of the inning. So we have completed 6. And our score remains Hampton 9 and Phoebus nothing. Said look for a while there we might have some rain problems, but Bob, we're going to get this one in, I think.
How right you are.
Wheeler's given up a walk in that inning. Let's see what else he's done here. He just hasn't given a walk in the 2nd inning. He hasn't allowed much. 2 walks and 2 hits is all Mr. Wheeler has allowed this afternoon.
And with a home run, he's
Yep.
giving us some offense, too. Gear Printing is the place to go for your next printing job. Give Tommy Gear a call at 827-8277.
Who's that?
Gear Up Printing.
And there is Sarah.
Oh, good shot of Sarah on top of the brand new truck.
Shot previously was, I believe that was Mr. Baton. And we did mention all of our crew, right?
I think we mentioned them all.
Rouse has been mentioned appropriately.
Hey, more than Scotty has,
That's
as a
right.
matter of
Well,
fact.
we owe Don. See, having mispronounced his name throughout the entire scholastic season, I think it's appropriate we get it right here more than once. There's Danny
Well,
Mitchell.
you know, you shouldn't complain. You know, call him anything you want, but don't call him late for supper.
Yeah, well, I feel badly. We don't like to mispronounce
No, we
anyone's
don't.
names.
And it was all your fault, if
As
anybody
usual.
wants to know.
That's it. The top of the 7th.
I got to take some of that blame.
Fernando Vasquez is the leadoff batter. Due up after him is Kellen Johnson. Although I think I see,
Vasquez, let's
I see some new people.
He's had
Picking
a
up the metal
triple, a
bats.
double. Got 3 RBIs,
Not
batting
today.
.261. Oh, that is.
Today he is 1 for 3. He's got a single, a ground out, and a strikeout. Pounds that one off the plate, foul. Unofficially in the game, Hampton 9 runs on 9 hits. Phoebus no runs on 2 hits as Josh Wheeler has been in command. Hasn't been overbearing, you know, as far as striking out a lot of people. He's only registered 3 strikeouts, but he's had good location of his pitches and has good support from his teammates.
Really has, Tim, and that is my player of the game for the Hampton Crabbers, Josh Wheeler. I got to go with him. Not only pitched well, he hit a home run, he's helped himself, but he has been great with his location. When Phoebus has hit the ball, they've hit it at people, on the ground. Of course, he's had some good defense behind him, but congratulations to young Mr. Wheeler as our player of the game. We'll receive a black and a shirt. The black comes from Buckwald Engraving. The shirt comes from Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods.
So I'm reserving mine in case Phoebus has a 12-run rally here and and we end up, you know, with a different score. But I agree with your choice of the Hampton player there, and a number of other Hampton players did well this afternoon. Made some good contact with the ball. So who is this young man, Bob? He is replacing Jeremy Kearns.
That is number 5, Woodrow Scott.
Okay.
One of the seniors on this Hampton team. Woodrow was used earlier as one of the pinch runners It's not been a bad, only been a bad 6 times this year.
2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out here in the Hampton half of the 7th. Phantoms will get 1 last chance in the bottom of the 7th. Bowles drills that one right down the pipe. He's throwing as hard as he was in the 2nd inning when he came in. He's really looked good, and frankly, he's my player of the game, Mr. Rodney.
Oh, you're going
Bowles.
with Tyrone.
Tyrone. I said Rodney. Yep, Tyrone Bowles. He has looked really good. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strikeouts.
That is
in relief.
That is good in relief.
And make that 11 as he threw that one right in the groove. So this will bring up the leadoff man, Jeremy Kearns, who is
he's yet to have an at bat, isn't he?
But he's been really active. He's scored a run. He's been on base 3 times. And that one is right there. Outside by Tyrone Bowles, the relief pitcher, started.
We started in center field.
Yeah, came in relief of Kevin Diggs, who just had a tough start to the ball game. That one's inside. Batter started to swing. Umpire checks with the first base umpire and emphatically says he did not go. Bowles, this one is hit back to the pitcher. Plenty of time and throws him out. So the Crabbers go in order.
Well, this is the last hoorah.
At least for this afternoon.
That's what I mean.
Yep. Phantoms have to do it now. Last chance, bottom of the 7th. And let's take a look and see who they've got scheduled up. At the middle of the order scheduled up, at least. That's Brandon Oshus, Joe Riley, and Ricky Wellborn are the scheduled batters. Although I think we might see some.
Well, we're going to see a new catcher behind the plate, Chris Avery, number 8. Sophomore is catching him in place of Gabe Hillegas.
I want to thank all the folks here at Phoebus for their assistance this afternoon.
Absolutely.
Helping us set up and bring you this ball game. Hope you enjoyed our first baseball game of the season. We've got soccer for you next week, and then after that we've got some Bethel and Kickintan baseball, and we got some
Phoebus and Kickintan softball,
and some more soccer after that. So we're keeping our spring schedule going.
And then before you know it,
it'll be football season.
Yeah, it'll be July, and we'll have the second week of July, the All-Star contest.
Okay, who is our batter up here? This is Oshus, number 19, Brandon Oshus. He is 0 for 2. He is due. And Wheeler drills it down the middle. Every time I think of Wheeler and Hampton, I think of the big red guy.
Yeah, big redhead. I see him every now and then.
Yep, I saw him a few times during the basketball season. This one's popped up right side. First baseman drifting over and makes the grab for out number 1. Joe Riley has one of the Phantom hits this afternoon. Joe was my second choice.
I tell you, he's played a tremendous game behind that plate.
really has. You know,
But I tell
we
you,
joke about it, but it's the toughest position out there, and he's just played it extremely well.
That.
He was all over the place in that first inning and a half when Kevin Diggs was having a tough time finding the strike zone. But he's also played well, not just because he's a catcher. I was joking about that. He's played real well.
You have to be somebody that is not afraid of the ball, doesn't blink when somebody ticks it, and don't mind getting dirty. Because, I mean, you're down and dirty in that catcher's position.
Swing and a miss. High heat from Mr. Wheeler for the strikeout. Four Ks for Mr. Wheeler this afternoon. And the last breath here for Phoebus now, Ricky Wellborn. 2 outs, and that was a little bit low. Umpires have done a good job this afternoon. Terry Rosser's been real consistent behind the plate. Strike. There it is, big curveball. So the Phantoms down to their last strike here. And Wheeler just misses the outside. 2-2 the count.
That was good location on that pitch. I almost felt like he had to go with it.
Hit to the shortstop. This could be the game. Long throw. In time. Got him by a half a step.
Alan Johnson. Tim, we do want to thank our 2 people that help us with the player of the game, Buckwalter Engraving and Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods. I had a momentary lapse there.
Brain lock.
And congratulations to Tyrone Bowles and to Josh Wheeler as our players of the game.
And we want to thank our sponsors for helping defray the cost this afternoon. Zooms with 4, not 4. 4
you can say
locations.
5.
We'll say 5. More than that. Zooms, Sitco, good food, and Gear Up Printing. Tommy Gear, give them a call at 827-7. So our sponsors, we appreciate their help this afternoon. The final score again is Hampton 9 and Phoebus 0. For the entire Channel 46 crew, this is Tim Cole for Bob Hintz. Thanks for watching. Good afternoon, everybody.